We are going to make a video right now. And me and you. Okay? Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
What's up, guys? RobRealistic here, sitting in the promised land. I'm sitting currently waiting to go out with my finisher. But you guys need to watch this video because at the end, I see some pretty cool trucks from the Chrome Shop Mafia. Those trucks are located in DePetro in Joplin, Missouri. I don't know what the exit is, but I'll put it in the description of what exit it is. If you ever want to check out these trucks and you're coming through Missouri, that is a must-stop place to see. Now, there's another truck stop that's in somewhere up north. I don't know what it's called, but of course there's going to be another video about that. When I'm on the road on my own truck, there'll be a video about that. I can't wait to get that video. So stay tuned to the end of the video and you guys will see those trucks. Today is July 3rd. Tomorrow is Independence Day, where America celebrates its independence. It has been a little over a month since I've seen my wife and my son in person. You know, I miss them, but you gotta be strong coming into the industry of truck driving because this is the reality of it, and it's pretty crazy. You know, I'm still on the chopping block basically because I'm not even through training. It's a lot of training. A lot of training. And what I mean by that is school, paperwork, agilities, you know, it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of driving tests. Not only is there driving tests at school, you know, you got to drive to get your license, but you also got to drive to show that the company, you know how to drive, you know? You go out with a finisher. Well, I just finished orientation yesterday. Today's Friday, so I guess the company I'm going to be with is taking the day off, you know, for Independence Day. That's fine. And my finisher, I called my finisher, and he said he'd probably try and stop in here on tomorrow. I guess he's in Waco, Texas, and then he's got to go to Houston, and then he's picking up in Houston, and he's dropping off in Des Moines, Iowa. And he told me that. So this is what I did. I went ahead and trip planned that to see if I'm anything close to what he's coming up with. And if I am, then I know that I have the idea of things. I made a video, but I don't know if I'm gonna put it out because it's kind of harsh. I've been watching the video. I spent a lot of time editing and everything like that. And if you guys request for it enough, I will put it out, but I do sound like an asshole. But it's a very reality and video about truck driving school. And if you give me enough likes on this video and enough requests, I'm talking about a lot, like 1,000 likes on this video. If you guys want to see it, you guys need to share this video. You need to like this video and get it out there. I'll post it. But until then, I'm not going to post it because it's pretty damn harsh. I do some key facts, some key points, and it changes you. Truck driving school changes you, and you get a bigger picture on things, you know? And then, of course, when you get into that truck, like I'm going to be doing tomorrow, hopefully, and I get my experience, it's going to change even more. I will change even more, and I am expecting that. But it's going to change you in a good way. For the first time in my life, I actually feel like an adult. And I'm going to tell you, I was scared at first. I was scared to feel like growing up. Growing up was scared. I was scared. You know, growing up's scary. But I have learned that there are some people out here that just have not grown up yet, and they need to, and they refuse to. And you have to accept growing up. Because if you don't grow up, you're not going to succeed in life. You're not going to succeed in family, you know. And I mean, I could tell you, I've only been here a month and a half, and I've experienced more stuff this month and a half, or not even a month and a half, this month, that I've experienced my whole life. True story. A lot of stuff. Different people, different backgrounds, different cultures. It's crazy. I've learned a lot of stuff, and I've actually found myself. And I know my wife, Liana, I know you're happy for that, because for a while, you know, and this is me talking to everybody and talking to my wife, and I probably got people looking at me through windows over here, but you know what, I don't care. That's just the reality of things. You need to not give a shit about that guy over there doing whatever. You know what? That's him. That's not me. I don't give a shit what you do, because it doesn't affect me. Basically, there's this book that I created, and the way this book goes, it's an imaginary book, and I keep it in my brain. When people ask me a question, like, or not even ask me a question, like, oh man, I can't stand these shoes are uncomfortable, what am I gonna do about these shoes? I open this imaginary book, I flip to the page that says your imaginary shoes, and it says refer to page 95, and then I flip to the page back of page 95, and it says does not apply to me, and then I close the book. My roommate and I came up with that. We were sitting at the truck stop, and we thought of this, and it works excellent. It's the best thing in the world. It's does it apply to me? What you're saying, is it relevant to what I'm doing? And if it's not, that's just the polite way of telling someone to shut the fuck up. It really is. It's like, hold on, let me pull out my book. And then you pull out your hands and you go, your shoes are uncomfortable. Refer to page 93. 93 says that does not apply to me. And then you shut the book and you walk away like a smartass. It's so great. You get great reactions. So let me tell you guys what has happened in the past month, okay? I have met really great people, okay? There are some people that are out there know I have a YouTube channel, and there's some people that don't know that I have a YouTube channel, and there's some people that just frankly don't care. And do I care that they don't care? I don't care that they don't care, because I don't care. Does that make sense? You don't care, so I don't care that you don't care. I don't care. Wow, that doesn't make sense at all. I just found a snail shell. Just found that. There's nothing in there. I've never seen live snails before, like out in the, that's another thing too, is I've seen so much wildlife that I've never seen before. Possums and armadillos, and I don't know how to explain it, but I've seen a lot of cool shit. Okay, back to the topic at hand. I'm running off. This is what's happened. I have gone to this truck driving school that has basically trained me in a way that I know I can apply the skills on the road in realistic ways. And what I mean by that is a lot of truck driving schools out there that train on big concrete flat open areas, skid pads and all that, simulators. Well, we didn't have simulators, we had actual trucks. And of course the other truck driving schools have actual trucks, but the difference is we don't learn in a simulator first, we learn in an actual truck first. Also, I'll see if I can't get the picture. I'll have to blur out some things, so this way the school is not exposed. But I've had to perform maneuvers in almost real life situations. I had to perform an alley dock. No, not an alley dock. I had to perform an offset next to another truck that performed an alley dock, and our trucks were so close you couldn't fit a human in between them. It was that close, and I had to do it. They said do it, and you did. And you know what that's training me to do? It's training me to be a real life truck driver. Whereas schools on big open areas, when those people get on big open areas, they're going to be a little bit more nervous to get into truck stops, other, situations like that. They actually took us to truck stops. There's a truck stop right up the road from the school, about 5 miles down, and they actually let us practice backing in to truck stops, in between trucks. There was a couple of incidences where some students hit some trucks. I wasn't one of those students. I actually never even hit a curb while I was driving. These roads were narrow. Old Route 66, historic route, old route. Historic Route 66 was basically the roads that we trained on. Now that's gonna be kind of cool, right? To tell, my son and grandkids that I trained on Historic Route 66. And even when I was young, like I am now in this video, which I'm not young, I'm 30, but I guess I'm young to some people. I'm talking about when I'm older, that I'll be able to tell my grandkids that Historic Route 66 was called Historic Route 66 when I trained on it. That's how old Historic Route 66 is. Does that make sense? I've met a lot of cool people, I've made a lot of good friends, and I've made a few enemies. I've had to keep my mouth shut while I was in school because I wasn't about to get kicked out because of my temper. And I did very well because now I'm here. One thing that pissed me off a lot is people complaining about things that were not important. Okay, let me explain this. When you're given vouchers to go to a restaurant and to get food, and it's $7.50 worth of food, right? Don't complain about the food because it's free. Because you're not really paying anything out of pocket. And even if you do pay something out of pocket, like $1, you paid $1 for an $8.99 meal. Don't complain about the food. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, take your stupid ass money, go to another restaurant and go spend yourself $25 to sit down in an Olive Garden and eat there. But you know what? I do not expect that person to complain about them now spending money. And that's happened. So what you're saying is you weren't happy with the food you were getting that was free, so you went and got more food from another restaurant and it cost you money, and now you're complaining about spending money. Shut the fuck up. And that was another thing. I came up here with some money. And I can thank a YouTube guy named Jay Canal who gave me the tips to come up here to truck driving school with extra money. Because I tipped those waitresses every time. I'd spent maybe every meal, I'd spent total with tip every day, $6 for 2 meals a day. $6 for 2 big, healthy, hearty meals. $6 for 2. That's $3 a piece, and that's including tip. That's me spending $1 for the food and $2 for tip, $1 for the food and $2 for tip. Now this is something that school has a contract with my company, and everything's paid for. Also, don't complain about your beds, because you're in a bed. You're sleeping, right? You're not sleeping in the dirt. You're not sleeping next to this tree here with some potential poisonous bugs or potential poisonous plants and potentially being raped or killed or murdered. You know? You're in a safe haven. It's being provided. Shut your mouth. I just didn't understand people complaining. You know what I mean? Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. That guy. Truck drivers that have been on the road for a long time. I know you guys have experienced this, and I just came out of it. But if you're a truck driver, please tell me about the guy that just knew everything, and he was the first time he's ever driven. Did you hear what I just said? He knows everything about truck driving, but he's never driven before. I think that happens quite often in truck driving world, you know what I mean? Because I see a lot of YouTube video guys, and they talk about how these rookies are coming in and they're making these videos. I make a video and I'm gonna be a rookie, but I'm not gonna be that guy that knows everything. I understand that I need to learn, okay? But I could tell you right now, the fact that I have that knowledge of myself, knowing the fact that I am going into a corporation or a company or a business or whatever, and I'm not an expert, because why? I haven't been trained in it and I need to learn. I already know more than the person that sits there and says he knows everything. Does that make sense? First day of school, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. That's all he ever said. To me, that's him convincing himself that he's got it because he knows he doesn't. One day he came up to me. He's like, I'm gonna watch you do maneuvers. And I'm like, well, first of all, you don't have to watch me, because you, sir, are not the one to decide if I pass or not. So you can watch me if you'd like, but it really doesn't matter to me if you do or not, because what really matters is the instructor is the one grading me and saying that I do it. So, you know, I do the maneuver and I didn't hit any cones. And he goes, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I can't believe you did it. You saw it with your own eyes, you know, but I'm not bragging about it. It's the fact of the matter is I went into this school knowing that I need to learn, and that I was taught how to do it. So this guy that comes in says, I've got it. And of course the instructors are gonna go, well, you've got it, go do it, right? And he does it. No, he doesn't. He actually doesn't do it. He failed every time. And he couldn't understand why. I'm not gonna help the guy. I'm not an instructor. I'm a student. I'm not gonna go there and go, hey, what you're doing wrong is this, that, and the other thing, because I don't know. I'm just another student. Let me tell you about something else about truck driving school. There's this kid, and he gets in this truck and he sits down in it, tries to drive it, and he can't drive it. And he's blaming the clutch. Oh, the clutch is bad, the clutch is bad, the clutch is bad. The clutch is bad. I can't drive this truck. The clutch is bad. I can't drive it until you fix it. And of course the instructor's going, you fucking idiot. Because I got in the truck and I drove it. My roommate got in the truck and he drove it. And then Bryce, he got in the truck and he drove it. So what does that tell you? That the clutch is bad still? No. It just means that that kid was not listening to what the instructor was saying, and he wasn't teaching. He wasn't being taught. He was blocking it out and saying, I know how to do this, and you're wrong, instructor, and I'm right. If you have that attitude in truck driving school, the instructors are going to block you out, and they're going to focus more on the people that want to learn. Okay? Well, I told him this. I said, dude, you know how ignorant you sounded right now saying that it's the clutch? He goes, well, it is the clutch. And I said, okay, how many trucks have you driven before that one today? 0. Well, then how many clutches have you pressed before the clutch you've pressed today? 0? So how can you compare this clutch to any other clutch and automatically know that it's bad? I shut him up and I said, you just aren't doing it right. He says, are you trying to tell me I can't drive? And I said, I never said that. You're not doing it right because you're not allowing the instructor to teach you. The ironic part about this is he got in that truck the next day and he drove it perfectly fine. And that is the truck that he tested in and he passed. Okay? Isn't that ironic? It's like the first truck he ever got into says it's bad, the clutch is bad, and then he drives it the next day and he's fine. And that he came up to me and he apologized and he said I was right, and we're friends now, you know, it's fine. Well, actually, we were never not friends. I was just like giving him a reality check. And he passed in that truck. How ironic is that? You know what I mean? Like, for real? So, anyways, that concludes this video. I'm gonna take this shortcut back to my hotel room, and you know, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you know, basically what's going on, waiting for my finisher. I'm gonna go over the road with my finisher. Don't expect any videos in a month, because I'm not gonna really use or make my videos while I'm out on the road with the finisher. I'm strictly prohibited to not use my cell phone other than my brakes. But when I use my brakes, I'm not going to be wanting to make videos and record. I'm going to want to rest. But when I get my own truck, you guys can expect more videos. I'm going to purchase some GoPros when I start getting more income in, and you know, I'll just go back to my normal dash cam type situation videos like I was in my truck, but instead it'll be in my semi. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and here are the videos that I promised you from Chrome Shop Mafia. RobRealistic's out.